Bam! Welcome to the Real Talk Sports Show. Guess what? I'm your host, the Minister Jonathan Simmons, and we're thankful to all those of you who decided to tune in to join us here on the Real Talk Sports Show. We are back, boys and girls, into our lockdown living room. You guys remember this from back in the day? We're back in that studio. We're excited. We got some new equipment. We got the big boy microphone on and popping, and we are here in our lockdown living room studios. So again, we welcome you to the Real Talk Sports Show. As like I said again, we broadcast to you on multiple platforms, baby. Multiple platforms. Let me get the shades on. I better not do that because I can't see what's going on. Anyway, you're on multiple platforms. We appreciate all those of you, especially those who are watching us on the replay. Appreciate you because we know that you guys have taken time out of your busy schedule to join us on demand. You know, I'm loving that. All right, guys, remember, follow us anywhere on social media at Real Talk Sports, the number 7. You can find us there. You also can find me at Minister J. Sim as well. We'll put that up here. We got a nice show tonight, a nice show. Talking about a lot of stuff. It's been another rollicking week of professional sports, of high school sports, college sports, all kind of stuff going on everywhere. You know, we like to do it. We like to talk about it with you. Appreciate those of you who now also joined us on our Saturday update show. Thank you for that as well. Well, we're not going to belabor the time, boys and girls, because I already know who you want to see. You want to see one of the most beautiful women in sports talk radio or TV, the one and only Tree Dolman, but we call her the Queen, is in the building. What's going on, Tree?
Hello, Jonathan. Hello,
There
everyone.
you are. There you go. Praise the Lord. How you doing?
I am doing well. How are you doing, Jonathan?
I am doing phenomenal because we have, as you can see, I don't know, let me see if I can get back here. You can see the camera. I got a big boy mic now. I got a nice
Oh,
new
yeah, big boy mic.
microphone. Yes, ma'am. It's a real, like, official studio microphone. And I've had it actually for a little while, but I'm going to break it out today. And we are operating back in the lockdown living room, but y'all not locked down anymore. You're
Yeah, I
free to
love
move
it.
out the
I love
cabin.
it.
Amen. Well, let's go to social media. It's already on and popping already. Let's see here. We got Todd is saying, hey, it's been a week. He said, wow. Let's go ahead and get a close up
It's
on
been
the
a week,
Queen.
Todd.
There she is, boys, right there. That Queen is right there. There she is. Isn't she lovely? I'm going to play that song, but you know what? See, the only reason I can't play that is because they hit you with like a violation for copyright. That's the only reason I don't play it. Or else I would play it right away. They hit your thing. So, yeah, guys, like I said, great stuff going on. Let's start off, I guess, talking about the hottest team in the A. You know what I'm talking about? The Atlanta Bravos. The Braves have once again reached the century mark. They won 101 games this season. How about them Braves?
That is awesome. I'm so happy
Yeah, it is
for
awesome.
them. They are just playing some really great baseball. They are just leading the way in so many things and showing people how to get it done. So I hope they can just keep on this wonderful path and who knows if maybe they can bring another World Series home.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. Braves, like you said, 101 wins. And the cool thing is they don't have to worry about it. They actually can be at home as they watch the other teams battle it out. And hopefully we'll get an update on some of the scores because I was busy getting set up, so I did not. But I did hear that the Tampa Bay Rays actually were losing in the American League. And this is a team that started off as the hottest team in baseball. They won 13 great games. So I believe they might have went down.
So I always tell people, don't get too excited because it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Well, no doubt. I mean, and that's why I said to everybody, don't be wrong. Has this been a magical season for the Braves? It is. They have surpassed the murderer's row, the 27 Yankees that everybody felt was the greatest team in history as far as batting. Well, the bottom line is the Braves have tied or surpassed every single one of their records. Let's go here and take a look here at some of the wild card scores we have right now. In the middle of the third, Diamondbacks and Brewers are all tied up at 3 apiece. Earlier today, it looks like the Twins knocked off the Blue Jays 3-1. So the Twins now lead that series 1-0, and it is final. The Tampa Bay Rays were shut out 4-0 by the Texas Rangers. Now the Rangers are a very, very good team. That's a team you have to keep your eye out for moving forward in the American League. And let's go to the rest of the games we have coming up later on tonight. Marlins and Phillies. The winner of that series will take on our Atlanta Braves. And also later on tonight, do we have anything else? Let's see here. Marlins, Phillies. I guess that's the only game we have left. So Marlins and Phillies later on tonight. We will see them. The winner of that game will be coming to Atlanta. And Tree, you already know how it is. No matter what happens during the regular season, it's always tough to beat one of your division rivals in postseason play.
Yes, it's an entirely new season after regular season. So you can't go into the games like you do the regular season games. It's the start of a brand new season, and you have to go hard or go home.
Yeah, and so we expect the Braves to do just that. Like I said again, they were absolutely dominant in the regular season. They put up monster numbers. They tied the all-time record. I believe it was 308 home runs in a single season. Like I said, that puts them in the rarefied era of the Murderers Row of the New York Yankees of 1927. And here he is, our man from up in Cummings. Sully is in the building. Oh,
I
Shucky
love
Ducky,
it.
read that for me.
He
Read
said,
that for me,
"Oh,
Tree, please."
Shucky Ducky." I thought I was the only one that said Shucky Ducky, Sullivan. He said, "Oh, Shucky Ducky. It's the one and only Real Talk Sports, Shucky Ducky Sully. Oh, yeah, baby."
That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. We back in
Sullivan.
the building. Yeah, it's on and popping. Like I said, we are just excited to be here. Like I said, we're going to talk about the Braves, obviously, what they can do to win, what's going to be their key. Falcons talk we're going to do because we had on Sunday in London. We're also going to ask the question, what's up with the University of Georgia Bulldogs? Are they really the best team in college football? And, of course, we're talking a little high school football as Clayton County has a team that is still undefeated. A lot of good stuff to talk about tonight. And we're going to have some special guests. Well, we're going to call him a special guest. He hasn't been with us for a couple of weeks. Tyrone Poole will be back in the building later on this evening. And, of course, Deep Orlando Ledbetter, the featured beat writer for the AJC Falcons, will be talking about the Falcons tonight. And we also have a special guest. We have a gentleman that actually goes to my church, and he has a very interesting job that he does on Sunday. He is one of the part of the bodyguard group for the man who is really the so-called spiritual advisor to Deion Sanders, and he's right here in Atlanta. He is part of the bodyguard team for E. Dewey Smith from the House of Hope. And E. Dewey Smith, for those of you who don't know, he is kind of the de facto pastor for Deion Sanders, and actually was out and did a pregame prayer and speech for the kids. So yeah, we're going to have him on and talk about his travels and all that kind of good stuff. So
I love that.
Here we go.
I have a question. I know this isn't football time yet, but I just want to be prepared. Did you play the video that I asked you to play when I was out of town? About my Detroit Lions?
No, I did not.
I had a feeling. So can you please play the video tonight?
All right, I will track down the video and try to find it for you.
It's on my Instagram. It's the picture of the lion. Okay.
I'm going to have to try to share my screen here. All right. Shucky Ducky said he was actually with the family in the UK. How about that?
Oh, yeah. So, Sullivan, please tell me, how did you like the UK? I will say that when I went to the NFL game over there, Tree, yeah. When I went over there, I loved it. The Minnesota Vikings actually played the Cleveland Browns, and just looking around the city and exploring, and even the game, it was a sellout crowd. I really love how they do things over there. We ate dinner in the Tower Bridge Tower. It was just beautiful. So I want to know what you thought of London and the UK, and tell me your thoughts.
Hopefully that Sully will pop in there and let us know what he's got going on, and he can tell us what's cooking. I'm going to get back on here as I try to pull up some information here about the Braves and some of the records they set this year. Like I said, again, they are now in that.
While you do that, can I talk about the Women's Basketball League?
Go right ahead.
All right. So it'll just be really quick. I just want everybody to know that we have two teams, New York Liberty, the Las Vegas Aces. One of those two teams will be the new champions of the WNBA this season. I'm still picking the Las Vegas Aces to win. I will say the New York Liberty has been balling out, and they've actually, in the 5 games they've played this season, the New York Liberty has won 3 of those, and the Las Vegas Aces have won 2 of those. But I still think that the Las Vegas Aces will come out and win the championship. So make sure you're tuning in. They play, I believe it's Saturday or Sunday. I believe it's Sunday that they play. And I'll be watching, so I hope you guys will be watching to support our WNBA players. And let's make sure we watch, buy gear, and support. I'm so proud of these ladies and just the phenomenal basketball that they've been playing this season. So many records have been broken, and just really some great basketball. And Jonathan, what I really, really love is that we are seeing more and more sellout crowds for the WNBA games. And I think that is definitely on the right trajectory of where we need to go in the WNBA. And then I'm looking forward to when we can get a whole season that's sold out before the season even starts.
I certainly think you're going to see it at some point in time. I would not be surprised at all, because the ladies are playing, they're balling out. Speaking of balling out, I'm going to throw some of these stats out here for you for the Atlanta Braves. If you look under home runs, major league leaders in the top 10, at number 1, you have Matt Olson with 54 home runs. At number 6, designated hitter for the Atlanta Braves, Marcell Ozuna, is at 40. At number 5, the future MVP, Ronald Acuna, has 41. And also rounding out at number 10 for the Atlanta Braves, Austin Riley with 32 home runs.
So we have 4 on that list. Did you say?
I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. Oh, no, I got the home run. Hang on. I got the home run title wrong. Hold on a second. Oh. Austin Riley actually had 37 home runs. Okay. 37. So you got 54, 41, 40, 37, not 1, not 2, but I believe it's the first time in Major League history that you had 4 guys that hit over 35 home runs. But wait, there's more. At the number 16 position, Ozzie Albies has 33 home runs.
Wow.
The Braves are must-see TV.
And
let's take a look at RBIs. RBIs, the major league leader. Guess who? Another Atlanta Brave, our man Matt Olson, 139 runs batted in for the season. At number 8, here's the future MVP, Ronald Acuna, with 106 runs batted in. So the Braves have 2 guys that have knocked in over 100 runs, and I think we have one more at 101. I believe we have Marcell Ozuna, who knocked in 101 runs. So this team, the Braves, are stacked. The big question is, are they going to be able to get the pitching that you need in postseason? That's going to be really the situation. All right, let's go to social media real quick before we go to a break. We already did that one. Shucky Ducky is all beautiful. All right.
H.C. Hardy, he said, just clocked out and I definitely got something to say tonight. Good evening, Minister and Queen. Good evening, H.C. Hardy, and we can't wait. Sullivan said 40-70, man.
Right. Ronald Acuna, first guy to hit 40 homers and and steal 70 bases, which is incredible. And did that while knocking over 100 runs and batting .330. I mean, just the stats are just beyond compare. And last thing here, Sullivan, what does he say?
He said, Acuna is Mr. Iron Man. He's going to get that award. I concur, Sullivan. He is, and I think so as well.
There's no doubt. He is a bad man. All right, guys, listen, we'll be back with more of the Real Talk Sports Show. Keep it locked right here for more. Don't go nowhere. Are you in the market for a new vehicle? Well, check out Allen Vigil Ford Lincoln in Morrow, Georgia. We have one of the largest inventories in our area for both new and pre-owned vehicles, so we're sure to have something for everyone. Family owned and operated since 1982, customer satisfaction is our #1 priority. Come see our full lineup of vehicles and find the one that best fits you. Give us a call today, 678-726-5739, or shop us 24/7 online at allenvigilford.net. Hey, sports fans, Tune in for live high school football Fridays, 7:30 p.m. on RealTalkSports.net. Check out your favorite Metro Atlanta teams as they do battle on the gridiron. It's your high school game of the week, live streaming free Friday nights on RealTalkSports.net. For more sports coverage and great sports talk, catch the Real Talk Sports Show Tuesdays, 8 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch. Brought to you by Allen Vigil Ford in Morrow, a business giving back to their community. Give them a call at 678-364-3979 or check them out online at allenvigilford.net. I'm showing that clip because that was the battle this weekend. It was the showdown of two of the top teams in Clayton County. Jonesboro going in at 4-1, and Mondays Mill for the first time in their history starting off the season 5-0. And it was a barn burner. Jonesboro made a lot of mistakes early on. We actually did not get this game. Jason actually shot some film and highlights. They had a pick six for Mondays Mill. I think they had a fumble recovery for the touchdown. Woo. And at one point, Jonesboro was down, I think it was 30-12. At one point, they were down. Right.
Their defense was.
But the final score, Mondays Mill 36, Jonesboro 28.
Oh, wait. So they didn't really score much towards the end.
Jonesboro in the third and fourth quarter.
Comeback.
Yes, they did. And as a matter of fact, I was hoping to get the coaches on this week. I'll talk to Coach, because next week is Jonesboro Tuesday anyway. So I'll talk to Coach about this. But Jason said that evidently, and some Mondays Mill parents did verify this, that Jonesboro was stopped, I guess, on the Mondays Mill, I think, 28-yard line. I'm not sure what happened on the final play, but both teams declined the traditional handshake at the end of the game.
Oh. Okay.
So we're not sure exactly what happened, but Jonesboro, a tremendous comeback, but it fell short as Mondays Mill remains undefeated at 6-0, the only county team in Clayton County undefeated at 6-0.
That's
and
phenomenal.
Jonesboro now falls to 4-2, 6-0. Yep, first time in their history.
A really good record.
Yeah, tremendous team. They have some outstanding players there. One of their key players is a young man who already has a scholarship with the North Carolina State Wolfpack. Mr. Ofor, I think the first name is Joshua. Let me see if I can kind of maybe pull these guys up. I think I might have an interview from them from when they played against Forest Park. Let's see what we got. All right, guys, we're post-game. Another big win here for the Tigers of Mondays Mill. Coach, 5-0 start. What does it mean to you to start off 2023 this way?
Pretty good. Like I said, we understand the task we have at hand. It feels good to be 5-0, but like I tell them, at the end of the day, we just really want to go 1-0. That's our big objective, to go 1-0. Make sure that we always take care of home field and make sure that if we can, have a home playoff game.
All right, who you got next to you, Coach, over here, number 17?
My quarterback, Donovan Morton,
Donovan
Senior.
Morton. Yes, sir.
Introduce yourself again one time.
Donovan Morton, Senior quarterback.
What was the key for you today, getting this big win, 43-0 here over Forest Park?
It feels good. We came out kind of shaky, but we had to get it together, and we got it together. And we came out, and everybody executed the way they need to do.
How can people find out more about you, follow you on social media?
You can follow me on Instagram at 17dots and on Twitter at 3d.morton.
All right, let's go over here. Young man, why don't you pull his jersey down so they can see that number? Got to be official. All right, there he is, number 8. Introduce yourself to everybody, please.
Joshua Ofor, linebacker, class 2024.
What does it mean for you guys to get a shutout here, 43-0 for win number 5 on the season?
It means a lot because it's really our first one, and we started a bit shaky at first, but when it got to the second half and all that, all defense locked in, and even on special teams too.
Was it a bit of a challenge because Forest Park kind of runs that strange offense where they got a diamond in the middle and 5 guys on the outside? How were you able to kind of stop them from getting any yards against you today?
Our DC, he wrote up a good game plan against it, so it's we weren't really worried about it when we came out.
How can people follow you on social media?
Showtime 04 on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, so there they were last week. That's the week before last. They had played a great game, and like you say again, they now find themselves 6-0. Now, Tree, the other thing that we experienced is something brand new in high school football.
Okay.
For the first time in our history in doing these games, we had a game to go into overtime. Not only going to overtime, it went into double overtime. What happened
Woo!
was is that Forest Park was winless going into the game, and their opponent Rockdale had only won one game. So I knew it was going to be kind of close because both teams were kind of taking their lumps and bumps. But it came down to a Forest Park had trailed the whole game, and they scored a touchdown with about 4 minutes to go to send the game into overtime, and then actually took the lead in the first overtime 10-7. Rockdale came back to tie. They scored a touchdown, and they intercepted Forest Park in the end zone as they tried to tie it again to send it to a third overtime, and they ended up winning the game 17-10. And here was the happy guys. Well, I don't know how happy they were. I think they were tired from Rockdale County after the win. All right, guys, as expected, we had a close game here. These two teams battled to the end. As a matter of fact, it's our first overtime, not one, but two overtimes. We have the coach here of the winning team, Rockdale High School, 17-10. Coach, introduce yourself to everybody, please.
Hey, first-year head coach, Kenderick Bonner. Thank you guys for having us. Got two of my guys right here with me, Najib Anderson and Anthony Easton.
Well, Coach, what does it mean to you? Was this your first or second win of the season?
This is our second win of the season, and it meant a lot because this is my first time ever being in a double overtime game, period.
And it was a wild one. You guys went back and forth, back and forth. What was really the key for you guys to pull out this victory?
Just having faith in the guys. He came to me, Najib came to me, said, "Coach, just trust me. Hey, throw one early and don't just keep doing the same old thing." And then I came out in that last overtime and threw two pass plays, and he caught one and put us on the 1 yard line. That was a great catch, big catch.
All right, introduce him to young man. Introduce yourself to everybody, please.
How you doing, Najib Anderson, class of 2024 athlete.
What does it mean to you? Your second win on the road and double overtime. Is this your first double overtime game?
No, sir, we did it in my sophomore year, but it's a big one.
Listen, how can people find out more about you on social media and follow you?
My name is Najib Anderson on Twitter, and if you would like to, you could go look at my Instagram, DI3S0L.
One more time, your band tried to drown you out. One more time on Instagram.
DI3S0L.
All right, who do we have over here, Coach?
Anthony Easton.
My name is Anthony Easton. I'm in class 2024. I'm a senior, and with number 6 on, as you can see. But
now, as a senior, it's got to have some extra impact for you to win this game, second win, and a big one on the road.
it's a big impact, especially with a new head coach my senior year. It's a lot of trust that we have to put into him. So in order for us to get that win, it was all up to him.
Well, look, how can people follow you on social media, Instagram and Twitter?
My Instagram certified_NE, and my Twitter is certified_NE. That's my own.
All right, guys,
Instagram.
you got the happy band coming in. Rockdale gets the win, 17-10.
Thank you for having me.
And those guys are really tired.
They were.
As I was,
great
too.
Job.
Yeah, but they hung in there. Like you said, it was very exciting to see those guys pull it out. I was kind of sad for Forest Park because it was the first, all the three previous games, they had been shut out that we had broadcast. It was the first time they scored. It was homecoming, and the crowd went berserk. They were just going wild once they went ahead 10-7 in overtime, and everybody was just ready to, I don't know, storm the field, but they were just so excited. And then once they ended up getting knocked out, yeah, it just kind of took a little steam out. But anyway, we appreciated those guys, and we thank God for Mr. Alan Vigil Ford. He is our title sponsor, and he allows us to give a small donation, actually, to each of the schools, win or lose. So, Coach, some of the coaches from out of town, they were like, "We get a check?" I said, "Yeah, it's a small one, bro. Don't get excited." But yes, you do get a check. Yes, you do. And there he is, Alan Vigil Ford. All right, what do we got here on social media, Tree?
Sullivan said, Druid Hills 3-1-1.
Okay.
So let's talk about that bet.
Oh, yeah. So, Tree, on my Saturday show, I made a bet that that because of the poor play from Desmond Ritter, that they would probably make a change to the backup quarterback. And I said if I lose the bet, I was going to treat Todd to a hamburger, full hamburger deluxe, full meal at Sully's Hamburger Place. So it looks like I'll be forking over the money for that big double cheeseburger with fries and everything else. So, yeah.
So it looks like you and Todd will be heading out to see Sullivan.
Yeah.
Okay. He said, let's go.
Yeah, Sully's feeling good right now. He's feeling good. He's feeling good, as he should. I mean, like you say, again, got a great place out there. We look forward to seeing him in person and tasting his good food. Tree.
Yeah, we have to support him, definitely. Definitely.
Now,
He's
I'm gonna ask you a question. Can you believe that it is NBA basketball time now?
Listen, I've been waiting to say that. I am so excited. Do you not know the basketball starts in 2 days? Ah! I'm sorry. I'm just so excited. I love NBA season. Don't get me wrong. I love NFL season first. That's my first love. But oh my goodness, I love the NBA season and it is right around the corner. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I'm just, yes. So sorry, Jonathan. I've been a little excited. Couldn't wait to talk about this all day, and it's here.
And listen, the crazy thing is, I've been so busy at work with Mr. Vigil, I actually missed the media day, which was yesterday. So I missed the whole media day. I'm hoping to get out to practice tomorrow. They actually have practice. We can see them. And for those of you who are on the South Side, the Hawks are going to do something different. Following the footsteps of the Falcons, they're going to move their open practice to where the Dream plays. So they're going to be right down in College Park by the airport.
Okay.
So if you guys haven't gotten your ticket, remember now, it's not like, State Farm. There's only about 3,500 seats. So
Right.
hopefully everybody's got their seats and they can be there. So yeah, I think we got social media
said,
comment.
I can't wait to see what my Atlanta Hawks do. Hopefully it's better. Well, I'm hoping that the Hawks do well too. I'm still very disappointed and sad that my favorite Hawk, John Collins, is no longer with the team. And I'm not sure if you all read his message or saw his post on Instagram with the pictures. It was very heartfelt. He waited because it was very emotional. You could tell for him. And he just spoke of his love for Atlanta. And I'm pretty sure that Atlanta is probably going to be where he calls home, even though he plays in other places. I can see him coming back here because he definitely loves the city and we love him too. So I wish John Collins a successful career and who knows, maybe in the future he may come back. Sometimes players come back to teams. My husband started with the Minnesota Vikings and his last season he played with the Minnesota Vikings. So sometimes players do come home and I'm hoping that will be the case with John Collins.
Yeah, I know. I would love to see it personally. I mean, I've always liked the guy. I harken back to that first year we had the high top fade and he came in and really what a lot of people don't remember from back then, his mom actually was the talk of the press conference. I mean, she was just so gregarious and friendly. And John talked about how, he had been kind of like an army brat and moved around and talked about he'd been to all the places. And his mom was just so engaging that I asked him later, hey, man, do you think your mom take over a press conference? He said, not really. So, yeah, I really do kind of, I'll miss him. His mom actually started following me on social media. And, so they're going to be missed. But you know what, though? There is a good possibility he can come back. I really do believe that for some kind of way. I think if there's any way he can do it, he will. Let's go back to social media.
So. And he was always so nice to the media. Even every time he came in the room, he was just always so polite and just saying hello just so polite. He even won the media award. I believe it was the year before last or last year that the Atlanta Hawks, they do this award every year, one player. And I'm not surprised. So definitely hope he comes back. Sorry, Jonathan, go ahead with what you were saying.
No, I agree with you 100%. I mean, he just was just such an engaging guy, a good guy. I think he really gave his all on the court. I really do think the turning point was when they brought in, Clint Capella, which they obviously needed to do that. And then, of course, Okongwu as well. Both of those guys kind of took away from the type of plays that really were for John, the alley-oops and those types of plays. And I think kind of forcing him to go on the outside. I know you have to adjust as time goes on, but I just think it was a lot to ask of a guy who was really an over-the-rim player in his early years for the Hawks. So let's go to social media here. We got a lot buzzing on social media.
Todd, he said, I vote Tree needs to join us, preacher, on the dinner. Well, guess what, Todd? I vote that as well. So it just depends on what day you all go up there. But I would love to join you all for the dinner because I also want to go and support Sullivan.
Well, here's the good news, though. Sully says, I think I have a little quote from him. Bam.
He said, I got you. It's on me. Oh, you just made Jonathan's day.
You surely know because I'm one of the cheapest men in America. Y'all already know. So So we appreciate you, sir. Let's go back to more social media. I got to get my regular glasses on so you can see what's going on here. Here we go.
Sullivan said, he said, it is what it is. Yeah. And we know, I
go here.
Really, Todd said, oh, we getting bunch. He said, oh, we getting a bunch of expensive desserts since it's on you.
Okay, now you're gonna have to update Sully because I think that as much as Sully watch, he's not familiar with who your husband is. So if you can please tell him, remind him.
My hubby. I am so sorry, Sullivan. Most of the guests that watch know my husband is the one and only fabulous, handsome, amazing Pro Football Hall of Famer Chris Dolman, who played in the NFL 15 seasons, 10 years with the Minnesota Vikings, 3 years with the San Francisco 49ers, and 2 years with the Atlanta Falcons. He went to the Pro Bowl 8 times, and he finished his season. He finished his career as a 4th all-time sack leader in the history of the NFL with 150.5 sacks. And now he is the 5th all-time sack leader because Julius Peppers passed him in October of 2017. Actually, when we were on the airplane coming back from London. So that is who my amazing hubby is and love of my life.
Well, hear that music, guys. We got to go to a break. We'll be back with more of the Real Talk Sports Show in just a moment. Don't go nowhere, please. Thank you. The day has arrived. It's time to let more people know about your business. You have the right marketing plan and the messaging in place. But do you have the right messenger? Good advertising and promotions need a professional sound so the message can be clearly understood. Don't leave your brand image to chance. Let our team of voiceover experts at CME lend you a hand. Give us a call at 678-304-8121 to find out how we can partner with you to give your business its voice.
Coming up next, it's the Real Talk Sports Show, bringing you great sports talk with perspective. Now, here's our host, Jonathan Simmons.
Yes, indeed. We're back with more of the Real Talk Sports Show. We are here in the building, guys, back in the lockdown living room with one of my favorites. The Queen is in the building. Amen. And you guys here. And I would also like to always stop and remind you guys. First of all, I want to thank everyone who watches us on the replay because so many people can't catch us live. They're doing stuff and they go back and they watch it on YouTube and on Facebook. And we're very appreciative to you because all those views help. We also want to thank those of you who have now gotten us up to the count of we're over 700 subscribers now on YouTube. We're at 734. And the gentleman, Slim Jim, even told me I was 734. So Slim Jim, we appreciate you if you're watching tonight. Remember, follow us anywhere on social media. Real Talk Sports, the number 7. All right, speaking of social media, it's all on YouTube. My glasses, dark glasses on. I can't see too good. Let's see what I got here.
Sullivan, he said, we just have to make a better move, but it sucks.
I think he was talking about John Collins there.
I figured he was talking about John Collins. And then he said, what? You joking? Are you talking about my husband?
Yeah, that's what he meant. Yeah, he did. He had no idea. He says,
oh, that's my brother. Okay. So you know my hubby.
Yeah. So he was just a tremendous man. And I know that you miss him on a daily basis, but the one thing that I've always admired about you is that you have put that difficult time into a passion that you have, been able to reach so many other, people who have had loved ones go through the same thing, and even through your pain, you have found additional purpose. Everybody likes to talk about that, but you've been about it.
That's
and
true.
Just want
I'm
to say
actually
we appreciate you.
Wearing one of my shirts now. Go Great for a Cure. And it has the Sorry, I'm trying. I have 2 shirts on. I'm trying not to.
It's all right.
It has
Let
the
me
ribbon.
get the,
So great for a cure for brain cancer. I wear my 3 gray ribbons every day. I wear my gray Fitbit every day in memory of my hubby. So I am definitely continuing on the fight for him. I work so hard to raise money and raise awareness for brain cancer, specifically glioblastoma. That is the type of brain tumor that my husband had. It is the most aggressive type of brain tumor out there. And it's not a very high successful rate. Most people, they give you 6 months or less to live. And my husband survived 2 years because he's not average in anything and he's a fighter. And so now he's resting peacefully and I'm continuing on his fight. This month is difficult, extra difficult, because this is also his birthday month. So his birthday's in a couple of weeks. But yes, I'm definitely still doing everything that I can to support my husband and to continue to make him proud of me. So I live my life to please God first and to continue to please my husband second, and then please myself third.
certainly, like you said again, we appreciate you. And Sully says, there it is.
Said I watched him when I was little. Yeah.
All right, so I want to clear something up here for a second. Todd, what's Todd asking me? He said, "Preacher, did I hear it?" No, no. One of the members of his bodyguard team is coming on. No, Pastor E. Dewey Smith will not be joining us tonight, but I will, in fact, ask him, will he join us? Because when I'm telling you, Pastor Smith is a huge football fan. Like, what's going on with him now? I mean, I know obviously as a minister, you're always trying to obviously further the gospel ministry, and he's been able to touch thousands of people around the world. Even he went to Brazil recently where he found out he had thousands of people watching him online, and went to Brazil and preached in front of hundreds of people there with an interpreter. So the Lord has really blessed him. And he himself went through, unfortunately, during the pandemic, just 3 unbelievable tragedies that happened to him within the span of 2 months. His mom passed away. I think one of his brothers and sisters both passed away in that same time frame. And then his best friend within the span of like about 4 months. And it was just, a tremendous thing that he went through. But the Lord has kept him in place and has obviously elevated him to, be on the forefront really around the world. Matter of fact, he preached at one of T.D. Jakes' Manpower events not too long ago. And the Lord has really blessed him immensely. But, a lot of times when you are blessed, you got to go through some stuff as well. So
we do.
Let's go back here to Sully here.
He said, Ophelia, my dad passed away with pancreatic cancer 3.5 years before they started doing all this stuff. I'm sorry to hear that. My deepest condolences. I hate cancer. And unfortunately, so many people with pancreatic cancer, a lot of times when I was on one of the calls with the neurologist, because they also assist with that, they were saying how a lot of people may have that type of cancer and they don't even realize it, because by the time that the symptoms start, you're already in stage 4. So that's the problem with pancreatic cancer. And so we have to continue doing tests and doing different things so that people can find out, because early detection does save lives. But unfortunately, there's just not a lot of leeway that has been happened, and we have to. But again, it comes with funding and awareness. That's how we make change. That's how we come up with things. Even when people used to get diagnosed with breast cancer back in the day, the success rate was not very high. But now I know so many breast cancer survivors. And so I feel that we will get that way with all of these cancers. We just cannot give up hope. We have to believe. But more importantly, we have to spread awareness and raise funds and donate when we can.
No doubt. And we are, like you said again, we appreciate all that you have done as well. So, of course, social media is buzzing.
Sullivan said, trust me, I'm a father of 5 and I have a beautiful granddaughter. We are always going to church and talking about it with our little ones. That's wonderful. And congratulations. Oh, you're a grandfather. I bet your granddaughter has you wrapped around her finger. I'm sure she is so spoiled. He said, "Yeah, it's a blessing, but it was a tragedy for us. But thank the God that my father was the start of all this pancreatic test and doctors to come here in the state of Georgia to help everybody out." Yeah.
It's a blessing. H.C. Hardy, I think, has got probably one of the best tributes I've seen for a while. That's what he says. You read that out there.
My front line, defensive front line would
No, hey,
be
let me get the first one. Let me give you some context. Here we go.
Oh, only if God had a heaven NFL transfer portal, your husband would dominate in this era. Oh, thank you. I think so too. And then what was the next one I was reading?
That's his front line. That's what he would pick if there was a heavenly transfer portal.
Yeah, I didn't finish reading the front line. You took it. Oh, my front line defense front line would be Reggie White, Jerome Brown, Mr. Dolman, and Lau Alaza. I messed that up. It's not Alaza. It's Al.
I think it's Alzado. Yeah, the wild man. Yep.
Alzado. Aww.
I tell you one thing. That would be
front line.
That would be a ferocious front line. I don't know what you could do with anything with that. That would be better than the steel curtain. Shoot.
Listen, you want to know? I've told a couple people, but I just want to tell a quick story about my husband that still has me cracking up laughing every time I think about it. We were on the airplane flying home from Seattle, and we were in row 1, and you know that they have the wall right there. So he sleep on the plane. I can't sleep on planes, so I'm just up watching movies. All of a sudden, my husband, he just goes like he's tackling somebody, and his head, he just kind of like went into the wall. And I looked at him, I was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Do you have a nightmare?" He was like, "No, I had a dream that I was tackling somebody." I said, "Well, you can count that as your 150 and 51 and a half sacks because you got that quarterback." But it was just funny. His mind was still always on playing the game and different things. But yeah, he was a character. But he still had it. He went to visit a cancer patient, and he was getting down in his stance and showing him how he came up quick. And yeah, he still had it. But thank you so much. I really appreciate you thinking of my husband, including my husband. He really was an excellent football player. But like I always tell everybody, he was an even better man.
No doubt about that. No doubt at all. Todd always looking to throw some shade.
Maybe Falcons could get a QB if NFL had a portal.
All right, my man.
Listen, if the NFL had a portal, it would be game over. Game over. There is
no doubt.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of portal, there's been a lot of buzz here about all the stuff going on with Colorado and Showtime. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take a quick little break, and then we'll talk a little bit about Showtime and is it equaling success in Colorado. We'll be finding out about that in just a moment. You got to keep it locked right here to the Real Talk Sports Show. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go nowhere. Thank you. Did you know that Allen Vigil Ford in Morrow, Georgia also has Lincoln? Over 35 years of using the Vigil Touch to provide excellent customer service, works hand in hand with the Lincoln Motor Company to provide a luxurious and seamless way to acquire your next luxury vehicle. Lincoln has an array of full-service complimentary owner benefits. These benefits include hospitality partnerships, service pickup and delivery, all which can be accessed through the Lincoln Way app. You can even contact the 24/7 concierge to have someone assist you. Come and see our great inventory of new and pre-owned Lincolns today. Call 678-364-7345 to make an appointment with one of our brand champions or shop 24/7 online at allenvigillincoln.net.
I just have to say, because I looked at the new Lincolns at the International Auto Show in Detroit, Michigan, and when I beautiful, you definitely would want to go test drive and look at those new Lincolns. They are very nice. Very nice.
And just to make sure you know what to do, when you want to look at a new Ford or Lincoln, contact me. Because actually, I am a commercial account rep at Allen Vigil Ford and Lincoln. You can hit me up, jsimmons@realtalksports.net or 678-410-9833. and we will take care of you or your familia. We have lots of Lincolns in stock, especially the nifty little small Lincoln SUV, the Corsair. We are one of the leading dealers as far as stock availability on Corsair. I think we have about 30 on the ground right now. So come on down. They have great incentives, great leasing programs. Again, hit me up, Jay Simmons at realtalksport.net, or text me or call me 678-410-9833. Let's go back to social media here really quickly.
Sullivan said, call Mr. Ice.
He talking about Matty Ice, talking about Matt Ryan, call him back out of retirement. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work. All right.
H.C. Hardy said, a true example of a virtuous woman. You need to have a master class. Not only you were a wife, but you continuously carry on his vision. Respect. God, don't make them like that no more. Thank you. That's honestly, thank you. I really appreciate that.
You done made the queen cry, but those are tears of joy. So
yeah,
we appreciate you. And so he said,
I still do. I just want to say, like, even when my husband was alive, I always put him first. I always put him before myself. And I think that's where most couples get it mixed up and they get it wrong. Too many people are selfish where they put themselves before their spouse and the person that you're supposed to put first, right? It's God first, you second, me third. And so with me, even in my husband's passing, with him not being here physically, I still put him first. That's why I say God first, him second, then me. So I still put the things that we said we were going to do together, the things that he cared about. I'm still doing those in his memory and honor of him because I still love and support my husband. So thank you for recognizing that. I'm sorry, everybody, for being emotional. I'm just, it's, yeah, like I said, I'm still in love with my husband. And just thank you, H.C. Hardy, for those kind words that really just touched me. So thank you. Don't cry. Yeah.
and I guess Sully's daughter didn't know, his granddaughter didn't know what was going on. She was like, well, she got the waterworks going. Please let her turn them off. His granddaughter got so. So again, we just appreciate, like you said, appreciate you have done and what you've done over the time. And, it's just phenomenal. So, we appreciate you. And I tell you, that's why it's Real Talk Sports. I mean, we're going to keep it real. I mean, we're not, I know sometimes people look at us on social media and you guys don't know us and you might think this is, just something we kind of do to put on, but I mean, we're all real people. And, we don't mind sharing. And Tree has been so kind to share, her grief with us, but also, part of her purpose in terms of going great for the cause. And I know many of you have contributed to that over the years. So we appreciate you for doing that for sure. Well, I'm gonna try to see if I can pull this up here, Tree. I got a new intro here. Let me see if I can pull this baby up here. I think it's here somewhere. Let's see if I have it. I think I got it somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. I got so many things going on here. I got some fancy new equipment. That's why you see the big mic here. I got a new mixer. So I got all these little toys. So I have to I got to rally myself and say, okay, young man, you're doing too much. Take it easy. You got stuff coming out the wazoo. But yeah, I'm excited because, as we go into the fall season, that's always like a big time for us. So I want to, kind of get these things and get them broken in so that when we do, head out on the road and we start to expand the show and do some other things, that I want to make sure that I had, some good quality stuff here. Well, I see him in the green room here, guys. I'm about to bring him on. He hasn't been on the show for a couple of weeks. I'm talking about the man himself. But like I said, first I wanted to kind of get this screen up here so I can make this intro official.
Well, while you're doing that, I just want to say that the WNBA game is on Sunday at 3 p.m. So I was corrected. It's Sunday, not Saturday.
It's Sunday. Okay, got you. All right, let's see where this. I don't know where this has disappeared to, Tree. I can't believe it has not popped up. I'm not sure what's going on with my crazy system. But I'm going to see if I can get it to work one more time. It's going to work for me. I can feel it. It just needs a little massaging right now. Let's try it one more time. Here we go. And go. And let's see. Hopefully this time it'll work. It says it did it. Okay, so let's go over here and see if this time it actually did what I needed to do. It says it did. And there it is. Oh, suck it now. We about to get it. Yes, indeed.
Or as Sullivan says, shucky ducky.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after a absence of a couple of weeks, we want to reintroduce to you the one and only Tyrone Poole, not one, but two-time Super Bowl champion, now a National Black College Alumni Hall of Famer. And remember, he was the first ever Carolina Panthers defensive draft selection. Welcome back to the Real Talk Sports Show. The man, Tyrone Poole, is back in the building. What's up, Tyrone Poole? Tyrone, take yourself off mute, brother. Come on. Tyrone, you on mute. Unmute yourself, bro. There you go. Come on, Tyrone.
I mean, can we talk about the name change? I see you, Hall of Famer Tyrone Poole.
Hey, Jonathan got too many toys over there, Tree. I'm like, you got Jonathan, come on, man. What's going on over there, Jonathan? Help him out, Tree. Help him out, Tree. We need to send Tree some of those buttons and everything. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing good?
You're doing good, brother. How you doing?
Doing good. Everybody doing good. Everybody watching, listening. Has Jonathan and Miss Tree been treating you guys right? That's all I need to know.
No comment.
Of course.
All right. Hey, I know Tree been treating everybody right, so that's a good thing.
Look, man, we appreciate you being back on with us, man. It's always good to see you. And again, congratulations, man, to be inducted into the Black College Alumni Hall of Fame. We appreciate you on that. Let me pop it up one more time so people can see it, all the accolades. There it is, National Black College Alumni Hall of Famer now. And pretty soon, I'm going to go ahead and put out the atmosphere. Pretty soon, he will be also a Black College Football Hall of Famer. We know that he was nominated last year, did not get voted in, but we know that was an oversight on their part, and that will be coming up in the not-too-distant future. And we look forward to being there in person to see you get it, brother. So I'm just letting everybody know we on standby. What you been doing, Tyrone? What's up, bro? What's up with Tyrone Poole?
What's up?
I know, right? I've been busy, man. Busy. A lot of great things happening, and I like you, Jonathan. Every man, every person must know their limitations. So I know my limitations, but no, I've been busy and doing a lot of great stuff. Praise God. So just a lot of great stuff happening, man, and just trying to help be the best that I can be, so that I can help people be the best that they can be. It's only one of me, just like it's only one of you guys and one of everybody watching. So, we just have to do what we can do, control what we control. Kind of get your second breath, so to speak. You run that first mile and then you catch your breath. You may have to eat some lunch, and then you get back into the race. So I'm back into the race.
Well, I think you got something going on social media. What's it saying there, Tree?
H.C. Hardy said, I'm nominating Mr. Poole for head coach of Clark Atlanta Panthers.
Hey, Hardy, man, look at here. You may be reading the mail, man. You need to go ahead and send that to Mr. Finch. French, I reached out to, I know the AD. At Clark Atlanta. Plus, I was there for a little stint. And I know a couple of people that know the president. So I know they're kind of like, circling the wagon, so to speak. But I did tell somebody this. I know for sure, if I get that opportunity, that Clark Atlanta will see a new brand of football, a new identity, traditional, but yet innovational. So, my job would be to, help these kids on and off the field. First and foremost, get their education, let them know who they are, what they have, and what they can do. And if I can teach them that and they can learn that, then they can be successful, whether they go to the NFL or if they start their own business. Because I want to teach all those kids that in every kid that would come to Clark Atlanta, that they have a business in them. They have a business in them. And everything they would be in the future, they are already it right now, right? They just need a leader, a teacher, someone who's been there, someone that can show them who they are, what they have, and what they can do. So HC Hardy, man, look at here. Go ahead and flood the letters, the emails to the president. And I started the campaign. So like I said, red and black, right? The Atlanta Falcons. So we'll be the Junior League Atlanta Falcons, but we will probably play a little bit better football. Oh, I'm sorry, Coach Smith.
I'm definitely writing a letter. So you just you already know. I want you to coach there, and then I want you coaching with the Atlanta Falcons. So I'm definitely going to write a letter. Oh, okay. HC Hardy says, "Say less." Got you. I'm with HC Hardy. I got you too.
Send them. I'm telling you, man. They I know we're not on Clark Atlanta stuff like that, but I'm like, it's just so much that I could bring to the table. And like I said, everything that we saw Deion do, somebody told me this. They said, I love Deion, love him to death. That's who I actually emulated when I was in Fort Valley. So props to Deion. But somebody told me, they said the only thing right now that they saw that Deion had that I don't have is a bigger PR machine. But give me a big PR machine. So Tree, HC Hardy, you guys go ahead and send that email. Go ahead, Finch, get his email address and send it to the AD as well. Let them know. Know.
And Todd said, "Are you serious?" Can you put the comment back? Todd said, "Are you serious? I make it rain. I will make it happen." I believe you, Todd, because I would say that you know a lot of people.
And Todd got some connects. Don't sleep on him. He got some connects. So listen, man, at the end of the day, we know that it doesn't. First of all, we knew before Deion that throughout history, it only often takes one man or one woman to impact a society, and even a nation, even the world. So we've seen that. We saw a poor lady from Calcutta, become the patron saint of the whole world. Mother Teresa. Nobody knew who she was. She was in a little poor town in India, but the works that she was doing put her on the forefront. Dr. Martin Luther King. Technically, here's a kid that grew up. His dad actually pastored a church not too far away from where I moved at when I first got to Atlanta, Stockbridge, Georgia. Okay, and a gifted young man that goes to Morehouse, I think at age 17. But no one's thinking that this guy would win a Nobel Peace Prize and become one of the great men in world history. So, it's possible.
Let me say this. One of the things that I would do, right, like to find out what my talent is on the team. Now, I've learned a lot of things. I've been around a lot of wise people, right? So, of course, this season here would be kind of like just getting to know who the players are, and find out where the weaknesses are, the strengths are, and then the coaches, who's doing a good job, who's whatever. But one of the things I would institute that I believe would help me identify talent, we would have what I call a Panthers Ironman contest, right? An Ironman contest. So what it is like about 9 to 10 exercises, right? That all the athletes got to go through, from speed to agility to strength and just explosion. And what that's going to do, that's going to allow the coaches and us to see who our best athletes are, right?
Tyrone, now stop right there. Hold on. Stop right there for two reasons. Number one, we got to go to a break. And number two,
hang on.
Hey, this is copyright material, bro. We can't put you out like that. So just hang on a second. We'll be back aboard the Real Talk Sports Show. Y'all don't go nowhere, please, because the Panther Ironman competition could be coming to a place near you. I'm just saying. Hold on, guys. We'll be right back. Fans, tune in for live high school football Friday, 7:30 p.m. on RealTalkSports.net. Check out your favorite Metro Atlanta teams as they do battle on the gridiron. It's your high school game of the week, live streaming free Friday nights on RealTalkSports.net. For more sports coverage and great sports talk, catch the Real Talk Sports Show Tuesdays, 8 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch. Brought to you by Allen Vigil Ford in Morrow, a business giving back to their community. Give them a call at 678-364-3979 or check them out online at AllenVigilFord.net. Are you in the market for a new vehicle? Well, check out Allen Vigil Ford Lincoln in Morrow, Georgia. We have one of the largest inventories in our area for both new and pre-owned vehicles, so we're sure to have something for everyone. Family owned and operated since 1982, customer satisfaction is our number one priority. Come see our full lineup of vehicles and find the one that best fits you. Give us a call today, 678-726-5739, or shop us 24/7 online at allenvigilford.net. We are back with the Real Talk Sports Show. I'm your host and minister, Jonathan Simmons. And thankfully, Mr. Tyrone Poole back in the building. And of course, right beneath us, the always lovely Tree Dolman in the building.
Hey.
In the building. Let's go social media here right quick. What we got? Oh, my man, Sullivan.
Tyrone!
Back in the house. Somebody said they better call Tyrone. I said, let's go, let's go, let's go. But they said you couldn't use my phone.
That's your boy Tom Brady.
Let's go. I know, right?
Man, let's like say again, it's great stuff, and we appreciate you for rejoining us. And hey, man, I don't know what's gonna happen. We could see you right there. Okay, here we go. Man, Tyrone, you have stirred up the hornet's nest. You got all kind of people jumping in. There's H.C. Hardy. What's he saying, Tree?
He said, my sister and former athletic director, former Patriot T.E., J. Lynn Dawson are great friends. Maybe she can put a word to him because Slater was his last hire. Okay.
Yep. French is the president now, and he came from Miles College, right? So I reached out to a few people, that know French, and again, I know the AD. So again, man, it's just all about getting the opportunity. Like I said, I know for sure that I can inspire them boys, and I think I would be we would have the number one recruit class. I'm telling you, we would have the number one recruit class in 2024. Because the reason why I say that, people still ask me to train their kids, and even when I was at Fort Valley and I was doing I had the position as director of athletic development, which is basically fundraising, right? I had people calling me, Tyrone, are you coaching? And this is the same time when Fort Valley was looking for a head coach. I had people calling me, man, like, Tyrone, are you going to be the coach at Fort Valley? Man, I'll send my son to you right now because I know what you stand for. I know you're a hard worker. And so, I have no doubt, that it would be a lot of energy stirred up. I probably could steal some of them kids that would want to go to Valdosta State, West Georgia, and having to come to Clark, Atlanta, and let Clark, Atlanta being a private school too. So, man, come on now. Come on, people.
Well, there's no doubt that you would be a phenomenal coach on and off the field. One of the things I love is just that you really do inspire our youth and you pour into them. That's one of the things I noticed when I first met you and we were doing that event where we were with, actually it was Clark Atlanta and the other school's football team that we were on the Zoom. I think it was like a 4 or 5 hour Zoom. And that's where I first met you. And so it's definitely in your heart, and what's meant to be will be. So I know that God has great things in store for you, and we're definitely all rooting for you. And we know you'll be a phenomenal coach and just turn things around.
And say this in closing. Last thing to say about Clark Atlanta, right? It's going to the Atlanta Falcons. See, something else that I would do. Like I said, I am an innovational thinker. I'm an analytical person. I'm always thinking about the 360, even though I'm dealing with the 90. Woo, I'm thinking that hurt you, T-Pool. I'm always thinking about the 360. I'm thinking about the whole, even though I'm right there at the 90, right? You can find a 90 in 360, but you can't find a 360 in the 90 when it comes to thinking. So I'm always thinking about the bigger picture. So one thing that I would do to help the kids, like really get their education, right, to get their degree, is that I would reach out to the Atlanta Falcons, right? Reach out to Arthur Blank, reach out to Coach Smith. And I know that these players, because I was a player, right? Players get 2 tickets to each game, right? Now you got this guy who's from California. he's probably not going to have none of his relatives come from California to a game right then. So that's why most of us as players, we would say, hey, are you using your tickets for this week? And the guy would say, no, I don't have nobody. Hey, can I get them? Yeah, go ahead, 2 tickets. So what I would do, I would reach out to the Falcons, right, to really encourage these kids to be more of who they can be, right? I would reach out to the Falcons and see if they could get like 6 tickets, like not every home game, you know, but a couple of games left in the season, so to speak. And for those kids who have a high GPA, right, they get those tickets, man, and they go to the game. And then on top of that, I would reach out to the Falcons and see by position, we would take a bus, man, a van, and go from Clark, Atlanta up to the Falcons and just watch them practice, man. So them kids got to see what they want to be, right? And then we bring that stuff back to Clark, Atlanta. Come on, man. I already got a game plan. Come on, man. Let's go.
All right. Speaking of game plan, let's go to social media. It is buzzing like fire. Let's go here. Let's see. Let's go back a little bit. We got Sully was talking about
said, oh, Shucky Ducky played 13 years. Yeah. The year was 1995.
Yeah, okay. Man. 1995.
H.C. Hardy said, Drew is the new AD. They need to get you in now. And with the transfer portal now, oh my goodness, you would pull the entire HBCU and Metro Atlanta. I concur. He said, I will help you too. I definitely leave this DM job.
What he say? He quit DK and he be gone. He be on Tyrone's staff.
Yeah, listen, dude, bring me. He said, Minister, send this video to Clark Atlanta AD and the president ASAP because this is an exclusive. This is his interview right now.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Jonathan, man, want to move up that line, man. What you got to do? What you got to do, man? Hey, I got some good news. I heard. What do you guys think? Hey, put the heat on him, man. You the media. Media.
At the end of the day, we certainly gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's a great idea, H.C. Hardy.
So we got here.
Todd said, Tyrone, here is how you get on staff with Falcons. One word, D-led, laugh out loud. He gets you a meeting.
I'm telling you, man.
H.C. Hardy said, actually, Drew buys scoops at one of my locations. Okay.
Look, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, okay, all jokes aside, though, there could be a lot of synergy here, even with that thing you talked about, you know, getting a bus up to the Falcons. I mean, me personally, I would think that would be a great promo for Allen Vigil Ford to, you know, have us drive a transit van full of kids up there. I mean, so there's a lot of things that can go. And speaking of that, I know that Mr. Vigil and I are working along with the folks at Morehouse right now to assist them with some things. So no doubt, man, the AUC is a spot that we can certainly, you know, be there. Well, you got these guys going wild on social media, man. I mean, it's just, I think H.C. Hardy's fingers going to fall off. He's typing so fast. What's it say?
H.C. Hardy said, and Drew is from Thomasville.
Yep.
Todd said, Tyrone, you need to tell them what offense you run, defense, and coach's name.
Tell them what offense you run.
Yeah, he talking about the Falcons.
Me? AC asking me what type of offense? Or what
no,
he was saying that Todd was saying, go ahead, Free.
Tell them what offense you will run and defense and even coaches' names of who you would bring on your team.
Well, it's very simple, very easy. You know, that's why I said I would have the Iron Man contest, right? See, you always got to know what you got before you cook it, right? You got to know how many ounces, how many like cups you need to add. So when I was mentioning about that Iron Man contest, see what that's going to do is show us who's the most athletic kids on the team. And then what I've learned, you put your best players in position. And it's all about finding mixed matches, right? Finding mixed matches. So the offense, of course, will be a multiple offense, right? But we're going to do the same thing, but for multiple formations. We're going to make the defense think. We're going to try to make the defense be on their heels every time, always playing cops and robbers. The defense that we play against will always be trying to catch up with us. And defensively, we're going to control the game, but at a bend but don't break pace. right? So that's the thing that I see in the HBCU. I close with this, that I see that these kids, the reason why we don't make it on that next level is because majority of the coaches are trying to win games, which that's cool, right? But I think we need more teachers. We don't have enough teachers on the HBCU level. Now, there are some great coaches out there, but I just think, my purpose, I would teach these kids so much mentally. And like I said, on the field and off the field, that even if they graduate and don't play another lick of football, they would take what they learn in football and apply it to life and still win. Because all they do is win, 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 no matter what. And you know what? The song Jermaine Dupri, Welcome to Atlanta. Well, we're going to fire that thing back up. We're going to come back out on the field. Welcome to Atlanta, where the players play. Come on now. I already got it figured out, baby. Jermaine Dupri, we about to bring that song back out. You and Luda. Come on now. Welcome to Atlanta.
I might get in trouble for this, Tyrone, but I'm going to give you a young man that you don't have to go too far to recruit. He is the South Side version of Travis Hunter, defensive stalwart, defensive back. We saw a game where this guy picked off 3 passes, ran 2 back for 6 sixes, also scored a touchdown as a wide receiver, also scored a touchdown as a punt returner. He's from Jonesboro High School, John Tavius Wyman. Here's a look real quick interview. All right, guys, a little loud here, but we're on the field. You know this man, we had him on last week, but he's introduced himself to you again right now.
My name is John Tavius Wyman, class 126, ATH.
John Tavius, you're doing it from all areas, defensive back. What was the key to you today? I guess you had a big punt return as well. What was the key?
The key for me was to always stay focused, just keep going, and then keep playing.
Listen, who's next for you guys on the field? Is it Rockdale? Who's next for you guys? Who do you play next? Yep.
Rockdale County.
You guys on the road?
Yes, sir.
All right. I guess we wouldn't play the highlights. That's kind of weird. I try to get the highlights of players that I'm not playing. Guess what? Tyrone's back.
Let's go. That was in August. This is October.
No, but I wanted to show you because that was the game he had the big game. That's when he had the 2 pick sixes. I wanted to show you a little clip of that, but unfortunately, it said it ain't happening.
We still got to talk about the NFL, and you still got to play my Lion video.
I can't find it. We'll have to play it next week.
No, you can find it. I'll send it to you. Don't try. So I just want to say to everybody, when I was at home and couldn't make the show, I did call Jonathan. I gave him a message to give to you all. I see he did not do it. And I actually also asked him to play my video of my Detroit Lions, which he did not do as well. And now he's trying to get out of playing it again. Jonathan.
You got too many gadgets over there, Tree.
What'd you say?
You got too many gadgets, man. Too many gadgets.
He does. But see, he should know that I'm quick on my feet and I'm always prepared. So do you need me to send it to you, Jonathan, or did you find it all of a sudden?
I'm trying to pull it down because I have to find a way to share the screen. Like I do, Tyrone's right. I got a lot of gadgets. So, all right, well, listen, we'll try to do this. We're going to take a little break in the action. You're watching the Real Talk Sports Show as we broadcast everywhere we possibly can. We'll be back in just a moment. The day has arrived. It's time to let more people know about your business. You have the right marketing plan and the messaging in place. But do you have the right messenger? Good advertising and promotions need a professional sound so the message can be clearly understood. Don't leave your brand image to chance. Let our team of voiceover experts at CME lend you a hand. Give us a call at 678-304-8121 to find out how we can partner with you to give your business its voice.
This is OJ Howard with Real Talk Sports.
What's up, guys? This is Tim Tebow. You're listening to Real Talk Sports.
This is Charles Woodson. Let me grab the mic. You ready? This is Charles Woodson with Real Talk Sports. Hey, it's your boy JB Smooth with Real Talk Sports.
guys. We're back here at the Real Talk Sports Show. I'm your host, the Minister Jonathan Simmons. Right next to me, back in the building, is Mr. Tyrone Poole and the always lovely Queen Tree Dolman. Now, those of you who say, hey, Minister, I thought we were going to see like Dion's preacher's bodyguard. He did text me and say he's wherever he's coming from, that it's going to be a close fit. And also, I promised that D. Orlando Letterbetter would be on here, but he is still yet to enter the building. I know he does some stuff with 92.9 The Game, a couple other folks. So hopefully he will join us as we move into the
Ty said preacher is in the doghouse.
OMG. All right, so I'm not sure if this is the right one here for me to copy. I can't copy and paste from social media, unfortunately, guys. So I will have to delay to next week. I will promise I will not come on the show. You will not see my face until I find that Detroit Lion.
I just texted to you again.
Video. Yeah, but I can't. It's kind of a process, as Tyrone said. Like I push a lot of buttons to just. I'm gonna try to see if I can send this to myself and hopefully get it on the screen somehow, shape, or form. So we're gonna try it. All right. While we're doing that, let's talk a little NFL football. What do you guys think about the first? I guess we're 4 games in at this point. What do you guys think? First of all, Tree, what do you think about the season so far? Your Lions and kind of what we're seeing in the NFL.
You know, honestly, this season I'm very sad that I've seen some injuries that have taken place. I know that especially with the New York Jets, everybody was so excited about Aaron Rodgers going there, and they made a lot of important moves around him, and for him to get injured in the first few minutes of the game, I just thought, well, the first few plays of the game, I thought that was just so unfortunate. And but I am very excited about my Detroit Lions. They are playing phenomenal football. I also am very excited about my Minnesota Vikings. I know that they're only 1-3 right now, but I know, like I always say, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And I do think that we will finish strong. And even what I'm seeing with the Atlanta Falcons, I know that they just lost the game when they were in London, but it's a learning experience. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. So as long as they can finish strong and start gathering the pieces that they need and playing like a team, then I think that there's still hope.
I know that it's going to be pretty exciting to watch your guys do their thing. And like I said, hopefully I can get this video up here while we are going along. Tyrone, your thoughts on the season so far, NFL, who do you like? And who you think needs some work?
But I'll tell you what, back in the day, we used to say, back when they were playing 16 games, right? We would say, if we can finish 3-1 in each of the quarters, 4 quarters, right? We finished 3-1, that we would have a pretty doggone good opportunity to win our division. Right, because that's where you want to start first. You want to win your division. You want to get that home game, and if you can win your division, and then you want to win home field advantage. So, you know, when I look at the NFC, I look at the Eagles, of course. You know, 4-0. They kind of, you know, almost lost one this past Sunday. But you know, the Cowboys. I like the Cowboys because the Cowboys. You know, Dan Quinn. I know Dan Quinn. That name sounds very familiar here in Atlanta, but he got them Dallas Cowboys. Their defense, you know, is playing pretty good, right? And they are +9. The reason why I talk about the Cowboys, they are +9 as far as turnovers, right? That means they're taking the ball away 9 more times than they are giving it up. And then I look at the Eagles, and I feel like, you know, the Cowboys and the Eagles play, I may have to go with the Eagles, but, you know, I look at the 49ers, man, they got an offense. And again, another name, Kyle Shanahan. You know, it's one of them names here in Atlanta. You know, people like kind of shrug their shoulders at, but, you know, Kyle is doing a great job out there with San Francisco. The Lions, Trees Lions, you know, what I like about the Lions is the fact that they are in the top 5. when it comes to offensively categories and defensively. So I think the Lions are for real. I think Dan Campbell got those guys ready to go. And then the shocking team, I would say the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they've done a pretty good job again when I look at the turnover ratio, right? Tampa Bay, they're right up there, number 2, right behind the Dallas Cowboys with a +7. So when you can take the ball away, that's how you win games. That's how you stop the opposing team by taking the ball away. So right now in this first quarter of football, the Cowboys, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Buffalo Bills, they showed Miami, hey, you probably put up 70 points on Denver, but hey, we're not the Denver Broncos. So, but the Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I kind of like those two teams right there in the NFC.
I have it right there. I'm still trying to get this. There's a lot of moving parts to get this video over here. So it really may have to wait till next week because we only got about 8 minutes left to go. I know I'm going to be on the bad man list with the queen, but I can see by that face I'm in trouble already. Let's go social media one more time here. All right, now we got to talk about the Atlanta Falcons, what we've seen right here. This is what Todd says. There you go.
Todd said, have we seen a worse coach team than Falcons on offense? Ritter should be working at a grocery store, produce department, cutting fruit. I disagree, Todd.
Come on, man. Come on. I mean,
he should be. I disagree with the part that he should be working at a grocery store.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, I mean, here's the thing. The problem right now, as much as you guys know, I was preaching, Ritter this, Ritter that, and I still think the guy is a decent NFL quarterback. The problem is that really is what I said on Saturday, is a situation where has Arthur Smith outsmarted his own self? Thinking that this guy is just doing too much. I mean, because at the end of the day, Tyrone, you know how this works. This is not brain surgery. You have to be in a situation where you go to your strength. I know you say, hey, we want to try to attack someone else's weakness, but to me, you want to go to your strength. This is a team that averaged 150 yards a game last year. And you've added on a guy who we've seen already has had 200-yard games as a rookie. And many people are saying that this guy could be a Pro Bowl quarterback. So I'm thinking, why would you start games off with a quarterback that is still learning, haven't thrown the ball over the yard instead of just hand the ball off? I'm confused. Tyrone, help me out.
I think it goes back to last year. I think they should have put Ritter in earlier. So this way they could have had a kind of a true measuring stick to see who he is and what he can offer. But nevertheless, they didn't do that. That season is gone. So now you're in a situation where, hey, we got to let this guy play. We can't just throw the baby out with the water right now. So, they're going to probably be, I don't know, maybe halfway during the season where they may figure out maybe around game 10, 11, depending on what the record is. And again, what Desmond Ritter is doing, that they may say, hey, you know what, let's change the pace. Remember, they did the same thing last year. So I don't think you give up ship right now. And again, I've been in situations where we started 0-5 when I was in Carolina my rookie year, right? We came back. Once we found that we started clicking, shoot, man, we won like I think 6 straight games, so to speak, and finished the season at the time in a 16-game schedule, 7-9. So I think the Falcons can do it again. I just think they got to find their identity and just roll with it. And Desmond Ritter, if he's going to be that guy where play action is his game and they run the ball, then like you said, Jonathan, they got to go to their strength. Arthur Smith got to stick with what he knows. He knows run the ball, play action, keep the ball short, get them yards after the catch, and let the defense, bend but don't break, and you win some games. Take that ball away.
Todd said, but Ritter can't complete a 10-yard pass.
I think again, I think sometimes these guys have so much pressure on them, and this pressure being a starter. I'm telling you, it's much easier to come in after someone has played and take over, right? Because there's really no pressure. Everybody's still talking about the guy that you came in to play behind. But when everything is on you, right, then it's a different type of pressure. And I'm pretty sure Ritter is feeling so much pressure right now in, preparation. And because he knows he needs to win right now. So that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I want to read some stats for you here, which is why I'm still baffled to why the Falcons don't run the ball. Here are the rushing leaders for the entire NFL. Number one, a guy who I'm sure the Panthers are regretting that they traded. Christian McCaffrey is back in beast mode. 4 games, 459 yards on the ground for Mr. McCaffrey and 6 touchdowns already. 2 runs of over 40 yards, 2 runs of over 20 yards, and he's got 23 rushing first downs. Number 2, a guy that applied his trade not too far away from here, DeAndre Swift, doing it up big. He is at 364 yards on the ground. James Conner over in Arizona doing his thing, 318 yards on the ground. And guess who's tied for third with James Conner? Oh, Bijan Robinson of the Atlanta Falcons. So I'm asking the question again. Why are they not running the ball? You got the 4th best rusher in the league. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, let's go back to social media.
HC Hardy said, Falcons losing, offense inconsistent, and ticket sales are slumping.
What's he saying now? I think he said something else after that.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that one. Like the John Q movie when Denzel's wife told him on the phone, do something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like you said. I mean, to me, it's just really simple. If you want to get a young quarterback, kind of, back in the rhythm, well, you start the ball off. You start off running the ball, get him comfortable, get the defense. Here's the thing, everybody's talking about, well, they're pulling 8 in the box. Okay, let me see if I can get this straight. Do you think that people didn't play 8 in the box in the 60s when Jim Brown was running, or against the Packers when they had Jim Taylor and they had Paul Hornung? They had these 2 backs, and literally, Coach Lombardi said that famous thing: we want to put a seam here and here, run the ball through the alley. The Packers sweep, that's what they did. They didn't care how many guys you line up in the box, they ran that sweep. Okay, let's push it forward. The Pittsburgh Steelers, when they had Rocky Bleier and the late great Franco Harris. In the early years of Terry Bradshaw, everybody thought I was trying to compare Ritter to Bradshaw as talent. I'm not saying that, but in the early years, Bradshaw twice was benched. Why? Because the passing offense stunk. They said, we're going to run the ball and go behind the steel curtain. It wasn't until they played the Dallas Cowboys 4 years in where we saw the Terry Bradshaw that we see now. But them early years, man, they were running that ball. So I don't get it.
Here's the key as well. The key in having a good passing game, because if you look at a high percentage of teams run the ball on first down, right? So it's all about how many yards you pick up on first down, right? If you can pick up 4, 5 yards, great on first down, then that gives you an opportunity, especially like an offense like the Falcons, where I think Arthur Smith, he uses the play action, and that gives Ritter an opportunity to suck them linebackers up, and then you can get routes behind them. So the key is first down. How many yards can you pick up on first down? That's why you see them teams on first down, maybe they throwing a little dump pass, 5 yards. That's an extension of old West Coast offense, right? The run is an extension of that pass. So really, if we look at what are the Falcons doing on first down, I think that's a key as well.
All right, but see, this is my point. See, the Falcons are unusual. A lot of teams, like you mentioned, okay, guys put 7, 8 in the box. Okay, we're going to get 1 yard, 2 yards. The Falcons, that's not the case. The Falcons have shown on first down they can run the ball and pick up at least 3 or 4 yards. Now, I know Coach said, hey, I don't want to be doing some kind of, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Who cares? If you run the ball twice and get 3 yards on each play. Well, now you got third down and less than 5. And Tyrone, you know that's what every team wants because that gives you the flexibility to run or pass when you have third down and less than 5 yards. So if I can get 6 yards on my first 2 runs, that's what I'm going to do. All right, we're going to wrap it up here. We were already at the 9:30 mark. Let's go to social media one last time.
Todd said, I'm heading to the game on Sunday and will be wearing a brown bag on his head.
Send us a picture with that brown bag on your head.
Sullivan said, Tyrone, meet me at the game on 11/5.
All right, last one. Here it is. That's H.C. Hardy.
Hardy said, Ritter career 8-game stats, 1,452 yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Taylor Heineke 2022 stats, 1,859 passing yards, 12 touchdowns, 6 intersections, only 9 games.
Well, I told you already, as much as I like Ritter, I remember what Coach Smith said when they signed Taylor Heineke. He said, we can win with Heineke. And the fact that I know you're trying to say, hey, if something happens, the second team guy, but keep in mind with Heineke, this is a guy that replaced a guy that was a top 3 draft pick in Carson Wentz. So it's not his first rodeo. So I like Ritter, but I'm like, hey, man, we got to win games. And there's the other thing, too, is Tyrone, we've seen this. We've seen this repeatedly. There would be no Tom Brady as we know it. But what did Tom do? Now, of course, in the case of Bledsoe, was injured, but when he was healthy, it was like, hey, man, you on the bench. And that season, they went back and forth. I think Bledsoe played in one of the playoff games, and they brought Tom Brady right back. We saw a couple years ago in Alabama when they had 2 guys that are lighting up in the NFL. They had Tua and they had Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts was a guy that led them to a national title game twice, won the first time. What happened? He wasn't playing too well against Georgia. So Nick said, you have to go to the bench. And Tua ended up throwing the winning touchdown pass. So I'm just saying, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to win. I mean, this is not – the fans are paying too much money. And I know now because I'm officially a fan because I buy tickets. Okay, it's a lot of money to spend to see bad play. I don't care about – don't get me wrong. Anybody in the NFL knows that, hey, it's not for long. If you can't do what you need to do, you can't do your job, then somebody else is going to have to do your job. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right. We got to wrap it up. You know how we do it, guys? When we wrap up this show, we want to let you know how you can find out more about our guests or our co-hosts. So, Tyrone Poole, the floor is yours.
All I'm going to say is go right now, look up Clark Atlanta's website and get the president's email, the athletic director's email, and reach out to him. Tell him, hey, let's work that thing. Let's bring Tyrone in. But hey, Tyrone Poole 38, all social media. Appreciate you, Jonathan. Tree. Go Detroit. The Lions, boy, they hot.
Woo, that's right.
And once again, Real Talk Sports, breaking news. Tyrone Poole, the head coach, Clark Atlanta. All right.
Yes.
Thank you, Tyrone. Tree Dolman, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. You can find me on social media at Purple Diva 13, as well as Ms. America International 2022.
It's from the Queen. All right, guys, we got to get up out of here. Like I said, I am, in fact, a real live minister guy. So here's what you can do. You can follow me on social media at Real Talk Sports 7. That's the show, obviously. You can follow me personally at Minister J. Sim. You also can reach me at jsimmons@realtalksports.net or just text me 678-410-9833. All right, guys, before we get out of here, I always remind you, if you don't know the Lord Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, please, ma'am, please, sir, get to know him today. Nobody loves you like Jesus. He came here and he died for your sins, but more importantly, he rose from the dead. So if you repent of your sins and believe that, 2 great things happen. Number 1, you become a citizen of the kingdom of heaven. And number 2, you become an adopted child of God with all the rights therein. That now means that you can go to God as a heavenly parent, asking for anything that you need or desire, and according to his will, he'll give it to you. And number 2, when you leave here, you go to a happy place called heaven, where there's none of the following: no pain, no pandemic, no bad people anywhere. It is spectacular with jeweled buildings beyond your wildest imagination, and the streets are paved with a gold that's so pure it's translucent. And you avoid that nasty place called hell, where all those things I mentioned, the great things are in heaven, won't be in hell. It's bad, people everywhere, it stinks, it's dreary, it's painful, and most of all, you cut off from God and all the people of love forever and a day. I don't know about you, but I like option number 2 except option number 1 instead of option number 2. All right, guys, until next time when we get back together again, you know how we do it. God bless you and have a wonderful rest of your day or evening. So long.